when the sun shines in on these babies. Look at the velvet on the wood on that 1980 Heritage Series. Gibson Les Paul Standard Kalamazoo, Michigan factory made in 1980. White Strat Squire by Fender Affinity. Affinity. Beautiful. About a 900. Then the red label. The orangey red label. Gibson inspired by Gibson Epiphone Hummingbird. Just gorgeous. One of the best acoustic guitars you'll put your fingers on. Bar none. And then, of course, my CE 24 semi-hollow body custom 24. It's a CE, basically core edition, cutaway edition, core edition, Maryland made. They're about $3,800 new now. I got it for $2,000 years ago. And my 1994 body and 1961 original neck, because the 61 burned, the body burned. The Painted Caves fire in Santa Barbara, California. Painted Caves fire. Yes, it did. So the neck is irreplaceable. The neck, irreplaceable for me. I love it. And the one, oh, look how bright it is now. Look at the velvet in. Oh, it's hard. Oh gosh. No, that's a sweet guitar. There's my stack. This is what I send things through, people. Hold on a minute. I'm crippled. Yeah, got some good stuff over here. Let me sit down and show ya. All right, so yeah, I've got the hard key, that HD 150 bass amp, very nice EQ and everything. But I use that for an acoustic guitar for Strat, clean Strat and everything. It's killer. This is the other JBL. Some killer JBLs. These are almost new. There's my Marshall slant cabinet. It's a, regular JCM 900 lead. 1960 slant. Nice original Celestians. They're just in good shape. And then my 5150 is my primary amp with an R10. It's a Royer R10 ribbon, like R21, 121 that someone stole from me. This one I like just as much. Well, it's just as much. Slightly different, a little bit rounder high. And the 57, of course, ubiquitous 57s. Can't do anything without them. My cone's right here on this, right about here. Here's the edge of the cone where I put my stuff. Cross right there, because the center of the cardioid right there, about on the other side. So I match them up for phasing, no phasing. The EVH, that line 6 is a Bogner. Check it out. It's behind the thing there, but it's a Bogner. See, right there, it says Bogner. Whoops, I'm so sorry. I lost control. Yeah, Reinhold Bugger, it says, me. It says tube amp designed by Reinhold. I've got these sticks. They won't, it's too long and I can't go do anything. There. Oh, that's pretty easy. I like that. Sorry again. Whoop. Whoop. Now what's going on? Let's see. So, yeah, here. Anyway, very sorry. That Bogner right there. See, tube amp designed by Reinhold. Now that is a 2 power tube, 2 preamp tube, tube amp called the Spider Valve 112. Now that thing is a true tube amp with all of the best of line 6 channel banking and effects. These effects I didn't ever really use, but they weren't bad. They're line 6. They were real good. But I used them maybe for backup, But it had just hundreds of killer tones that were presets for, all different bands and artists and so forth, So then I have my Princeton 112. Check this out. Cat Scratch Fevered. I've had this since I gotta be like 1990, 92, 3. Yeah. This is crystal clear, gorgeous Princeton right here. I love this thing. It's a great little amp. It's just a pretty little Princeton 112 inch, real crystalline, warm and nice. I can run everything through the Marshall with that plug right there up there. It's just there for storage. It's the secondary out of the 5150 out. It goes right into here. When I want, major volume, and I want a cabinet. That's a great sounding cabinet. I've had 5 or 6 in 40 years. That's a great sounding cabinet. I'm really, really happy with the creaminess and the attack that's heard in these cones. I listen for attack. I pick attack and everything. So anyway, and of course, yeah, that's the drum room over there. The all slides closed. That's my luthier area, my kitchen. Through that door, that's all sealed. You can see I haven't painted it. It's the other side of the house I rent to a tenant. That's a real thick wall and soundproofed really well. Goes outside my carport. There's Elvis. Hey, Elvis. Elvis, my cat. Elvie. Elvie. Did you eat? Yeah, she ate. Yeah. Did you eat, honey? Elvie. Did you eat? Did you? Let me see. Yeah. No, that's not for you. It's bad. That food's old and bad. Elvis, that's dog food. It's old and no good. Silly. Okay. She's indoor, outdoor. She's the coolest cat in town. Anyway, there's my little setup here. I sit wherever, and this is wood. I polished it for like 2 months every night from 3 in the morning for hours. And he polished this thing. It feels like silk. It's amazing. And it's a pedal board. I only have 3 those little ones. It's all I use. Some chorus, maybe some wah. This isn't even on right now, but I love them. The Green Monster, TS9 Tube Screamer, and a volume pedal. My string is missing that's on the roller up to here, so I have to reach in there and do it. And this wonderful channel for the 5150. Then here's my main deal. I love this. Ocean's 11 for delay. It's always on delay. Then this is a main delay unit, and I just mix back and forth. Use this is my favorite thing ever made for overdrive, boost, and amp models. 12 amp models, 15 boosts. Awesome. Overdrive Blues Screamer, Centron, X Drive, Distortion, Stack Drive, Fat, Distortion, Brown Sound, X Metal, Fuzz. Really neat. Treble boost and a mid boost. Beat Buddies are killer. Plug into it. Just get your beat. Boom. And then the battery powered only MXR Phase 90 original. That's an original. Not the original, which was just a Phase MXR. The Phase 90. I think that was a prototype. This is like pretty much original. This is old. I just never used it, so it's in good shape. I have to leave it unscrewed in the back, 2 of them, because batteries get eaten alive. Anyway, there's my black area for like some performances, and my stereo stuff, old receiver, and really nice turntable. Mom and Dad. That's the glass see-through from the control room at Radrock Sound, which is here, a little Christmassy. Coming, and then this wall here. This is all soundproofed, real nicely. The walls are thick. Yeah, these walls are extra thick. They're like 7 inches thick. Yes, and there's sand in it. I filled sand up as high as I could get it from Siesta Key Beach. How about that in Florida, Sarasota? There's the clips. We built all this. A friend of mine, just master carpenter. Look at this gorgeous wood, and most of it was free from the side of the road. It was new wood, but it had been through the hurricane, one of the hurricanes, and one of the ends of the board, 10-foot boards was soaked wet, and the rest of it was fine, and I only needed 8 feet. Anyway, it's gorgeous wood. The whole ceiling, everything is done. The whole ceiling in here, the whole wall, and it comes through, from there, it passes through, and then I see everything out there, all the way through. And of course I can communicate there's like those jacks that go through the wall, and then underneath It's organized chaos in here. I know where everything is. And then there's 4 under there. See, I put those in. All that stuff. And then they go to this. All that goes to all this. My main gear for recording. Check this out. I got an old Radio Shack stereo amplifier right there. See that? That's 250 watts a side, 500 total. Raytheon. It's a Raytheon. It's the cleanest power you've ever heard, but it's screwed up right here. The volume or the monitor volume output, and some lexicon and glyph hardware. All that. This is great to have a DBX stereo. It's like a 160 stereo. It's a newer model, not as expensive, but just as good for sure. It's like 1/3 the price is 166 XL. It's stereo, just like the 160. Pretty much, you won't tell the difference. It doesn't have the beautiful accuracy of the attack and release that a 160 DBX 160 has, but it's very, very good for like $500, $499 something. And then my main recording tower is, I've got all this. Here is the switch S-Patch, Samson S-Patch, a warm audio Neve clone WA73 EQ. That's a 1073 EQ preamp with EQ. Preamp with EQ clone of Neve, like everybody gets. And then the warm audio clone of of Bill Putnam's. That one there, the black. Yeah, sorry. Not the LA2A's down here. The 1176, I'm so sorry. 1176. Boom. Master link. That's a master link. I'll talk about that next time. It's for mastering CDs. Or on the hard disk to stream anything. It masters down to a format of your choice, an album, with correct spacing between songs and volumes and everything. Red book. And then, of course, my Apollo. That's the primary interface. An Apollo 8 preamps with 8 low Z inputs, and then I think there's 18 outputs, whatever, and lightning to the computer. It has word clock and light pipe, which is, I've got the Audient. I used to have 2 of these. I sold one. I'm letting this breathe, and I got the Audient ASP 800 here. This ASP 800 right here. It's 8 preamps, just like this interface. And this is also an interface that linkable. It's got sample rate here. You see the sample rate, and so you can lock this. You go like this, and you lock it to the Apollo. I lock it up here to the Apollo, like that. And these 8 preamps. There's 8 Canon inputs for these really hot preamps. There's super channels, they're called. I call them, with these HMX and iron magnetic drive and MOSFET drive on these preamps. Incredible for snare and kick. Snare kick is how it's set up right now. Drum overhead. Anyway, they go sample rate, word clock to the Apollo. So they're clocked to it. And then the 8 inputs to the preamps and the 8 outputs of these preamps go right in to the Apollo as well via, Thunderbolt. It all goes in. So these outputs of I have a D sub, a cable snake coming out of this, and I go into the mixer, big mixer here. Okay, so you got it. It all comes through the patch bay. Patch bays are great once you understand them. They're like a friend. And then this little guy, this Fader Port 8 is great, especially for videos. I'm starting to record everything down to, Luna or Pro Tools, and then mix it on my screen here, and then send it to the iRig it goes into here. This is USB if I want to play to something, and my keyboard and piano with my Adams. Okay, all that. My Tele, my Taylor, my Guild 12 string. I love those three. They're sweet. Got an AKG in there, 451. It's a 451B. Gorgeous mic for acoustic guitar. Lives in its own coffin. 451B, beauty. Right next to the 12 string where it records these things so well. So well. Anyway, Hippie's Shoe side door. Ooh, there's Tommy as a young. That's me in 1980 or 81 in Hollywood. That's me. Can you believe it? Yeah, I was a regional rock star, they call it. My degree in physics from the University of South Florida. I did adult education. I just got that finished, like, I don't know, 15 years ago. These clips, German clips, they're 1973 clips, still kicking ass. Those horns and tweeters, I couldn't right now. I couldn't like carry those horns and tweeters 100 yards right now. They're too heavy. The tweeters are heavy. They're just so heavy. I don't know how heavy, but heavy. I'm not good at estimating weights of objects, only airplanes. And here's the big mix, says the Soldano. Woo! I got these little guys too, of course. Aventones. Great Aventones. We used to use car speakers, man. We would go out of a multi-million-dollar recording studio like Santa Barbara Sound in downtown Santa Barbara, California, and we'd go outside with Daniel Prodero, who was mixing my first CD, 45 vinyl, 81, nothing, no CDs existed, and we would take it out to the car. His car, he had a, God, I think it was a Honda Accord, one of the first Honda Accord, looked like a hush puppy shoe. Yeah, and listen to it in the car speakers to see how it sounds. Totally different than all the kick-ass speakers in the control room. So now these didn't exist back then. These did not exist. These, I love, have had these 20 years. Roland is amazing. Amazing company, Roland. I'm a diehard Roland, Mackie. I'm a Roland and a Mackie, diehard Mackie fan. Diehard Mackie fan and Roland. Okay, everything you see, I am a fan of course. My Adams, I never use anything but Adam. The crispness and the way they handle power is just unlike any other thing. For less than $1,000, those were $900, like $1,000 a piece, $999. And I've had those 12 years. Those are 12 years ago. They've been in a box most of the 12 years until I bought the house and set it all up. Right then, still with me? See what I'm saying? It's pretty neat. See how this whole place is like curved, like the earth? I mean, the whole thing feels like a curved thing. It's really weird. All right, so there's my yard and the Abelnabbers. There's the Abelnabbers. The hobstopping gobstoppers. Here's my shed and my little bike. This is how Tommy gets around in his little bike. Yes, a little shed bike with flat tires. You gotta pump them up. Gotta take care of some stuff. Golly, it's pretty. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. This is my backyard in Florida. Woo! Isn't it nice? Some palm trees. This is my backyard. I got a little fence for the dog, but it goes a long way. I got a little bit out in the country. Got a fence. That's Leia next door. That's a shed. Someone lived there. Took it over. There was feces in that corner. It was horrible. Police wouldn't make them leave. And my roof is better. The front was crushed by the tree, a storm. Hurricane Ian killed it. So anyway, here we go. Ooh, Tommy. All right, guys. Hey. All right. I'm just bored. I'm bored. I don't know. I don't feel like playing guitar necessarily, but I got to go back here to turn shit on. Like right here. So back of the 15. Whoops. There it is. Right back here. It's easy to get to. I got a vacuum, man. Harunda. Harump. I didn't get a harump out of that guy. Harump. Okay. Anybody who doesn't harumph the mayor gets a fresh one. One of these. You want a fresh one, Mondami? Mondami. Nice shot. Oh, here comes Elvis. Elvis. Oops, sorry. Earthquake. Elvis is the coolest cat in town. Hi, El. Hi, baby. Hi, you shouldn't be hungry. Yeah, she still has lost her balance. Her eyes were all screwed up like a couple weeks ago. She couldn't walk. Her eyes were jittering back and forth. And I fed her pure protein poached food, and it's finally healed her. Look at these ghetto blasters. I turned them into stuff. Where's the other one? Oh, this one here is. This one here. Look at this one. I'm using it. This carries the eye-rig. It's like the carry thing. God, I'm stepping on everything. Isn't that neat? I can carry it around. This stays in there like that. See that? You see anything I'm doing? No? Probably not. Well, it goes in there. See? It's all nice and nifty. There we go. Back together. All right then. I suppose. Let's see if you can see me here. One sec. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Back. Oh, I think that might do it. Can you see me? Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone. So long.